Hey y'all, we're going to be continuing in our recipe series going through the recipes in the cookbook, pages 42 and 43. This is in the Seriously Good Barbecue Cookbook by Brian Baumgartner. Signed copy for the office fans. But it has the recipe for the beef dino short ribs in here, and we're going to be making it today. All right, first thing you got to do is get your hand on a rack of beef short ribs. Now, very important, this is the 3-bone short rib rack. Now, sometimes at the grocery store, you will see a 4-rib rack. That will be good short ribs, but it's coming from the chuck. It's not quite as briskety, if you will. These particular 3-rib beef short ribs is going to taste like brisket on a stick. To me, this is my absolute favorite cut in barbecue, and it's very, very easy to make. So as you can see, there's a lot of silver skin on the top of the beef short rib. Some people just say, you know what, season it, throw it on the smoker. That's not me. If you really want to have every single bite of the short ribs to be absolutely delicious, you want to make sure you remove every bit of the silver skin and top fat off of here so that all you see is the meat, and then you season it up and put it on the smoker. It's pretty simple. You just follow the fat and silver skin. Now, there are some very thick silver skin on these short ribs, so you really, it might be tempting just to not take it off, but I'm telling you, it makes a substantial difference if you take the silver skin off. To me, honestly, it's not even worth making if you leave the silver skin on. And as you cut away, I don't know if you can see in the camera, beef short ribs, these are choice short ribs. You don't have to get prime short ribs. Choice short ribs are going to be extremely juicy. There's a lot of intermuscular fat here. It's basically brisket point on a stick, if you will. So it's very, very easy for these to be very juicy. Now, this is what it should look like all trimmed up. What you're going to do now is take your favorite barbecue seasoning. You can use a brisket seasoning. Classic Central Texas is just kosher salt and coarse black pepper. For me, I love to take Miss Rubin's Black Magic. It's made in Alabama. It was originally made in Montgomery, Alabama. They make it now in Birmingham. But Miss Rubin's is fantastic on steaks and everything else. But what I like to do is do equal parts of Miss Rubin's Black Magic with the kosher salt and black pepper. So it has a real kind of Central Texas, very peppery finish. It has the depth of the Black Magic. And then I also like to use some really good espresso grind coffee. Now, not espresso roast coffee, but espresso grind coffee. And do equal parts of the Miss Rubin's, the kosher salt, the black pepper, and the coffee. And it is fantastic on beef ribs. You want to take your binder. Now, some people use hot sauce on beef ribs. I just always love using just a good avocado oil. It has a high smoke temp. This is the Chosen Foods avocado oil. Just take it and make sure that you have a good binder layer. Now, you do not have to do anything with the membrane on the bottom. You literally don't even have to season the bottom. All you're going to do is just make sure you got your binder on there. You got your favorite seasoning. Now, I've already mixed this up, and just generously season this. Now, you do want to generously season because, again, there's no seasoning on the bottom of the beef short ribs. And also, these are going to be very thick when done. So you want to make sure that the bark that it has is really, really strong. So do not be afraid to generously season it. Make sure to pat down the meat. And there you have it. It's ready for the smoker.